Hey everyone, today I am going to be showing you guys how I cream, contour, and highlight my face. You can tell it is more of a dramatic face and more of a flawless finish. So if you guys don't like to look like you guys are wearing makeup, this is definitely not the techniques for you guys. However, if you like your face to look more sculpted and more flawless, then this tutorial is for you guys. I hope all of my tips that I shared with you guys in this tutorial are helpful, and I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you guys want to see how I cream, contour, and highlight, then just keep watching. So before we get started, I just wanted to tell you guys a few tips for contouring and highlighting and what exactly it is. So I'm going to be using today the Cover FX contour kit, and it just looks like this. Now you don't need to go out and buy the specific one. There's so many different brands out there that do the contour and highlighting. I know Smashbox has the pencils. There's this one. There's an Anastasia Beverly Hills ones. And you don't even have to go out and get a high-end one. All you have to do is use a concealer 1 or 2 shades lighter than your skin tone, depending on how much of a highlight you want, and just a foundation or a darker concealer that is 2 or 3 shades darker than your actual skin tone to contour with. The reason for cream contouring and highlighting is just to make your face look completely flawless, and the reason you don't necessarily have to cream contour and highlight, you can just do that with powders and stuff like that. But this cream contouring and highlighting, when you use a cream first, it's going to last longer. It's going to look a lot harsher and just a lot better, in my opinion, than just going in with a powder. I do not cream contour every single day because it is more of you can tell that you have a lot more makeup on than normal, so I usually just do a powder on a daily basis. But if I am going out at night or anything like that, then I will use the cream contour, just because, like I said, it just enhances your face even more. So to get started, I'm just going to use this shade down here. It's number 3, and I'm just going to put this in the places that I wouldn't necessarily contour. So to get started, I'm just going to use this shade down here. It's number 3, and I'm just going to put this in the places that I wouldn't necessarily contour. I'm going to go in the hollows of my cheekbones, the temple area, and then across my forehead, down my nose, and along my chin bone. The reason you want to go in the hollows of your cheekbones with the darker shade is because that's where a shadow naturally hits your face, so it's going to look more like sculpted this way. I also forgot to mention that I did put a really thin layer of foundation underneath this, and I know it's going to seem like a lot of makeup, but that's just because it is a lot of makeup. But I did just do a very, very thin layer of foundation underneath it. I'm just going to go in with number 1 in the palette. I'm just going to put this underneath my eyes in a V shape, and that is just going to make us look even more sculpted because the highlight is just going to go back like this, so your face is going to look more sculpted out. Now when you're highlighting the face, if you have a huge forehead, you're going to want to bring your contour down even further because the shadow will make it look smaller. If you have a tiny forehead, you're going to want to bring the highlight up higher because then it'll make an illusion that you have a bigger forehead. Just going to put this on the chin and up here. And then I'm going to go take the contour shade again, and I'm just going to do the reason we put more of the lighter shade underneath is to make sure that the contour stands out a lot. Like, this is just going to help clean it up and make it more structured. So that's why we put this underneath. Once you have everything in place, you're going to want to start blending everything out. I am going to use a beauty blender, and I am also going to use an angled brush like this. The longer that you let this sit on your face, the better it's going to blend out, because of the heat of your body. It's going into your skin, so it's going to help easier to blend because it's kind of melting into your skin. So I'm going to start blending out the lighter portion on my face. I'm just going to use the beauty blender for this. And take your time with this, because you don't want to rush it, because that's when you can just have color everywhere. You can look muddy, you can look cakey, and that's just not cute. And what's good too with this, with using the beauty blender, is it's going to pick up any extra product that you might have overdone on your face. It's just going to absorb it. For the contour part, I'd like to use the angled brush, and what I like to do, and make sure you use this tip when blending this out, in the hollows of your cheekbone, you're not going to want to just start circling and bringing it down, because that just defeats the whole purpose. So you're going to want to just start blending it and pushing upwards, because then you're still going to have that really sharp line underneath. And make sure when you are blending the forehead, you blend it into your hairline, so there's no harsh lines, and it all just and as you can see, it did blend out very nicely. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to set it with the powder, so that way it does stay on all day. And we're also going to bake underneath our eyes and underneath our contour, just so that way if we did bring the contour down too low or anything like that, it's just going to clean it up. To bake, I'm just going to use this REVLON COLORSTAY Aqua Mineral Finishing Powder. It just looks like this. And I'm just going to take the damp beauty blender, and I'm just going to start applying this to my face. While that is baking, I'm just going to set the contour, and I am going to use the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. And I am just going to take the middle shade to set that. And all you want to do when you set it is you just want to tap it into the product, and you want very little product on the brush, because you've already got the pigmentation of the cream. Once I pat it on, I do just like to go in circular motions just to kind of buff it in. Once we let this bake for a little while, you just want to grab any type of brush, and you just want to start brushing away the product. So I'm just taking a stippling brush, and I'm just sweeping away the product. Now this step you don't have to do, but if you want an even more carved out cheekbone, all you have to do is you want to take any type of gray tone powder. I'm going to use this first one in the Kat Von D palette. And I'm just going to use a smaller brush, and I'm just going to dip a little bit in, tap off the excess, and I'm just going to carve that line. After that, all you want to do is finish up the rest of your face. I'm just going to add some blush. Then to highlight, I'm just going to pick up number 2 in that same palette that we used to contour, and it's just a cream color, and I'm just going to apply this right to the tops of my cheekbones. And to set that, I'm just going to use this Vivid Baked Highlighter by REVLON. Just looks like that. And I'm just going to use a fan brush and I'm just going to put it on top of that cream. And this is just going to make our highlight stand out even more, just like the contour, the cream contour that we did already. So this is the final look, and as you can tell, it is a lot more dramatic than an everyday type of face that you would normally go for, but it is perfect if you are going out for a night out, or if you have any type of dinner party, going clubbing, any type of special event. This is perfect because it is going to intensify your features even more, and it's also going to last you all night long. So I hope all of my tips were helpful for you guys, and just so you know, it is not going to work for everybody. Everybody's face is a different shape and different sizes, but the technique is going to be the same. And just so you know, you guys don't have to go out and buy expensive products in order to do this. You can use, like I said, any type of foundation or concealer from the drugstore. I know LA Girl has really good ones that you can use this technique for, and they are only like $3. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it was very helpful. If you guys liked it, give this video a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel before you guys leave. I'll see you guys in my next tutorial. Bye guys.